흡! 마. 아. 아.
하랴! 육! 하! 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 야! 하! 야! 야! 하! 야! 가! 육! 하! 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 야! 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 하! 어? 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 핫! 하이!
싸봐 싸봐. 아, 음, 마, 아, 휙, 하, 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 하. 하! 하! 야! 하! 야!
아, 어, 아, 어, 아, 아, 어, 아, 어, 아, 음,
육, 하, 하, 야, 야, 야. 허허 허 야! 허허
아. 아. 음?
Yeah. Ha. Ha. Yeah. 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 Ha. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
When the glow of the blood-stained...
Yeah. 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 Ha. 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 Ha.
Hello. Wait, how does this work? Let's go.
each day I just go in with the one that I have and just get free shit.
Yo.
So.
Yeah, I got an extra one if you want to use that one too. So I'm probably,
That's no good.
probably using it.
Nah, that's all good.
I thought it was cool that you could bring in your horses from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and then all of a sudden it was like, you have horses. I was like, oh, fucking rad, okay. And then literally right after that, I got a Epona. And I was like, oh, okay, those fuckers don't even matter because I just popped a Epona.
Everything I've read about that game
Oh yeah, it's good. The
that's definitely gonna be their swan
Yo, it's
song
Nick.
as the final big thing for the Switch.
Oh man, yo Nick, Epona man, fucking Epona.
I need me opponent. Well, you just said the thing that I didn't realize because I looked at my horses and I was like, why do I have a horse named Ruby that I never got before? And I guess that was from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't ever have any rare ones from Breath of the Wild, so I don't know like how good they used to be. But off of like the base, like Epona is like a 4 stamina thing, so it has like 4 boosts or whatever.
Wow.
That's just sick.
Some of my horses must have been decent because I had a 4, and then I had some horse named Beast that has 5 pull. I'm still like very noob to the horses though, so I don't know. Like, I just saw like wagon shit and whatever, but.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the I want to get like the points. I've been trying to register a few horses just so I can get the points up, because then you get like the bonus for sleeping in that bed or whatever. Like a quick rest. I forget what it is, but you get like bonus hearts or some shit every time you rest there.
Oh, that's really good.
Did they improve on the cooking, or is it basically the same?
Same shit. I feel like I don't know.
It was a pretty good system.
Did they have potions in the last one? Like there's like cooking and there's like creating potions.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it was in the last one too. It took me like some of the stuff like started coming back to me as I was playing, and I was like, oh, this was in there and this was in there. So I remember like the elixir creation was there.
Yeah.
But I think it's like way more like shit that you can do in this one. It seems like combinations.
I just think it's incredible how big the world is, and I haven't even played it yet. Just what I've heard about it, like overworld, underworld, whatever's in the upper world.
Fucking massive.
It's crazy. Like I just don't know. I'm just amazed that they pulled all this off again on a 6-year-old hardware.
Yeah, it's really fucking good too in terms of like run. I haven't had issues with it. I've been playing dock though, but
I haven't heard of anybody having issues with frame rates or anything like that. In anything I've read.
Yeah, I just realized that it runs 30, but it's just a testament to show like the difference. Like what you notice more is drops or dips versus just like steadiness, because
absolutely
I had to look that up to even realize that it was 30. The fucking Jedi Survivor, holy shit, that thing can go like up and down all the time.
Yeah, that's weird. I never noticed it. I don't know why. Like I noticed it in like a couple of specific places, but I never had a big frame rate issue. But I'm never like looking for that shit. Like that doesn't bug me if it drops that much. So I probably was just like negligent about it.
It's mainly like I actually felt like if I was in Kobo like and didn't restart or something and was like exploring tons of shit, it felt like the memory was like starting to like, you know, just pile on.
The one thing I did notice though was the like going in and out buildings. Like that would take fucking forever.
Yeah.
Like if you're going into the saloon, like if you went in one door and then went through another door, sometimes that other door would take a while to open up.
Especially the
like loading in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I noticed. None of like the frame rate shit, but like that was like very apparent to me.
when I met you guys, I was so like iffy on Nintendo. Like I pretty much badmouthed Nintendo a lot. Jesus, they're amazing. Everything is gold.
Yeah, they've always ran on that. I mean, Nintendo going back, like, I feel like it never pushed boundaries. It just always had solid fucking content.
It's like I know PlayStation's pretty good with first-party content, but like nobody does it like Nintendo.
Yeah,
that's always been it for me. I mean, nostalgia stake too, because like my first system was and NES, but like also
Awesome.
like for me, it's just always been, if I have to choose, I'll always take the company that has like the IPs that I love over the hardware, at least when it comes to that. And I've always been a huge fanboy of like every portable they've ever had. Like I've always loved portable gaming, and for them, from like Game Boy, from like SP on, it's always been like a portable RPG machine. And like there's always been so many good RPGs from like available for like all of those platforms, both like remakes of like old Final Fantasies and stuff like that, to like, you know, like Golden Sun on like Game Boy Advance, and like every fucking thing.
You've been like that since I met you. Like since I've known you, you were always a big portable fan. Like way back when Best Buy. Like,
yeah, I
turned me on to Nintendo, to be honest.
I've always been that way even since I was a kid. Like I would sit at home but play like my Game Boy in the house, just because there were like a lot of titles that I like.
Hello, boys.
Yo.
My apologies for the delay.
No, you're good, dude. We literally just got on.
Yeah, well,
The entire world has decided to get into a car accident today.
It was bad on 27.
No, there's like something going on a couple of spots of Edison that are definitely like clogging up everything else. The Route 1's really bad, and it's like overflowing into 20. It took me.
What you're referring to is I think it was a mixer or a dump truck, one of the two, got into a wreck on 287 on the overpass over Route 1. It spilled debris and hit cars under the overpass on Route 1, which fucked Route 1 and 287 and some of those other areas. It was on the news.
I couldn't see a lot of it. I could just feel it driving home. It took me 45 minutes to get home. I worked 10 minutes away.
Yeah, and I had trouble coming home from medicine too.
And then there was literally just accidents abound. There was one up in Princeton that we passed that was slowing traffic down. There's literally one around the corner on Freeman Street right now. Someone hit the pole going into the overpass. So like, everything's closed.
I think I was on like Boulevard of the Eagles, like the street that goes down past Edison High School. I think I was on that street for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, waiting to make the left out like towards Route 1, like behind ShopRite.
You guys know the road that... You guys know Barron Ave, how it goes all the way up past Woodbridge Middle? It's literally just a train of cars coming from 35.
Yeah,
it's like literally a dead train of cars coming from 35.
Pretty much like every road shooting off of Route 1 from like Woodbridge through like Edison is like that.
Yeah, it's crazy out here right now. We were like, you'll be home by 6, you'll be home by 6. We're lucky we got home by 6:40. On other news, therapy went very well. I like this new therapist. He's an old guy, but he like something just like speaks to like he's keyed in. Does that make sense?
My therapist is like 4 years old.
Oh no, this guy's like gotta be 70 something. He said one thing that made me want to go back to him, and that was that. So he basically, after talking to me for like 20 minutes alone, he was like, so I don't want you to go back on medication. And I was like, oh, really? And he said, you don't appear to be, and he said, I could be wrong, but you don't appear to be someone that needs medication. You appear to need it's help with direction. So I'm on board with a therapist that's going to lean away from medicating every single person that comes through their door. So
yeah, that's a good test to pass, because usually that just means they want a quick buck.
Right.
I mean, you know, and then there's a time and place where it helps, but
no, that's exactly what I'm getting at. It was the way he said it and everything, right? He was like, we'll put you on meds if I figure out that's what you need, but I don't think that's what you need right now.
Psychiatrist?
No, he's a therapist. He would have linked me to a psychiatrist if it needed meds. But I was telling him that I had been off him for over a year, and then I was on him for about a year, and he was like, how'd you feel, blah, 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 this, that, asking me these questions. And he was like, you don't strike me as a person that requires medication. So I was happy about that. We'll see where that goes. I have a DoorDash incoming, but that we can get started while it's coming. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get to me with the mess that the roads are. My dad laughed because my mom said they're never going to get to you, and my dad goes, "That's his problem, not yours." Like the driver, right? That's the driver's problem. So, figuring that out. We have an awesome session tonight.
You left off in the tavern?
Well, we left off pretty much exactly where what you said we were going to do, right? Time to get a female guide.
Yeah, that's right.
We're doing the long rest into next day, into setting out on first expedition, I think, unless you guys have thought of other things to do for now.
Nope. Going on an adventure.
Matt's murder.
So that'll be fun.
I think I need dice.
Dice, baby. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a quick bowl or two in, because I didn't smoke before therapy. That was the first time I'm smoking that.
Well, I didn't smoke before.
You should have. You smoked before today.
Man, smoking fucks me up so much. I just
Did I ever tell you
don't like it.
Did I tell you about Ellie's dad?
Dude, fucking squishy feet. I don't mess with that shit no more. What's up,
Alex was I think a history teacher, I don't know. I actually don't remember what, might be a shop. But he was a teacher. And he said he was smoking a joint coming into work one day. And he pulls into the parking lot, puts the joint out, looks at the school, and retired. He just got the, I don't want to do this today, and then quit. It's the funniest story I ever heard in my life. I put down the joint, and I quit my job.
Man, I don't want to do this today. That sounds like every day.
He said there was literally nothing that set him off. It was just he pulled into the parking lot, looked at the building, and went, nope. Why is my internet not working? Come on. No complications, boys.
Alright.
Alright. Got Matthew McConaughey in the chat.
Those are some rookie ass rolls. Bump those numbers up. Oh man, yo Mike, I am. Actually, let me tell you, I'm like an hour away from finishing this fucking book. Yo, I'm 37 minutes away from finishing this fucking book. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, I've heard that, and apparently the next one is like widely considered to be the best one of them all so far.
Is it?
So yeah, it's also the longest one by far.
I don't think I like it more than the original trilogy, but it's different than the original trilogy. Like the I'm not gonna say like how I feel right now, but I will say that the way that I feel about this book at this point
I'll start it
is
pretty
different.
soon.
Yeah.
I got back on a good grind, and then I haven't read it all this week, but I'm about halfway through Addy. That hit what I would call the turning point.
Ooh, that's good.
What is this, Red Rocket?
He's talking about the second trilogy of Red Rocket. Yeah.
Is it a trilogy?
Is
it now?
It's
Saga?
It's four books now. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck do you call a 4-book? I know duology and
I've heard quadrilogy, but I don't think that's an actual term.
That sounds
I've
made
heard
up.
people use that like in regards to movies before too, but it definitely sounds fucking made up. At that point, I think it's just series or saga. I think once you're above 3.
I think above 3 you can probably use the word anthology now.
Probably, yeah.
Saga sounds good though.
Saga sounds legit. Oh. Saga, that bring a bell back because that was the name of the What the fuck is that book I just read? I can't think of what it was called.
Yeah, I think the reason anthology doesn't work though is by definition. I think anthologies are like compilations, not like sequential. I think.
So bound by a similar theme, but not
'Cause-
necessarily in a specific order. Kind of.
Yeah, because like ology is just like in this instance not like the study of, but like the collection.
Yeah.
Right.
You could do a Chris Pellini and just call it a cycle. That's what he named the Aragon series, a cycle.
Right, but yeah, that this shit is good. It is different. It feels different, and not just because of the different storytelling methods. Just the feel to it is very.
When I first found out that was the case, and having not read it at all, I was legitimately annoyed.
Yeah, there's sometimes it annoys me.
And like I know that you said that you were like a little taken aback by it at first, but it seems like overall like you seem to have warmed up to it, and I'm sure for storytelling reasons it's like necessary or beneficial to the story.
Yeah, it's a good way to tell the story. Mainly because there's a lot of shit going on in the Game of Thrones aspect of like you have this perspective, not in the same place but in different places. But it definitely still is annoying when you're really ramping up on a particular story and it hard cuts, and it's just so fucking aggravating, especially since this story had 4. There's 4 different unique viewpoints of this story.
I think the next one adds another. I don't know who it is, but I think it's 5.
I know there's definitely one that is added, and I have not seen said person yet, so I know it's coming.
That's awesome.
But
for context, the first trilogy is told by the main character as like the sole narrator. In the second series, the narrator changes like chapter to chapter, with like 3 or 4 main characters. So that's what he and I are referring to.
Right. Which is interesting because I was talking to somebody that went to school for writing, and they were like, that style of writing is so much more difficult than you could even wrap your head around. Like, there's a reason why like Stephen King doesn't do it. Does that make sense?
Which style? The single narrator?
Like the multiple narrative, like the constantly switching who's the narrator.
Yeah.
Like all of Game of Thrones, right? Like they were referencing Game of Thrones when they were talking about it.
In some ways, I would actually feel like it's a lot easier to tell a story that way because it's like a storytelling device at that point, because you can change perspectives to the like scenario you want to be to like tell that part of the story, versus like in the first trilogy you're trying to tell like an intergalactic story, and you're telling the entire thing through the same character's point of view at all times.
Yeah,
so
I could see how it would definitely be a boon at some points too.
Yeah, it's unique, and I feel like the thing is that both are hard to pay off unless you're really good.
The
and
problem
with
multiple narrators is that it's very easy to accidentally get yourself into consistency issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The interesting thing, because doing this as an audiobook, which I've grown to like more than I did at first, because at first I fucking hated it, is that they do a different audio narrator for each individual voice, which was cool, because at the beginning every chapter it's like, here's the name of the person whose it is, and by the time you're going, it's just like they stop even announcing whose it is because you just know the voice at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know who the narrators are aside from Darrow and the kid.
Those are the only 2 that I know. He was really good. I really loved his thing the first time around.
He'll never not be, and that's the other part that I want to see if it's like how I feel about it by the time I get to like the end of the first book, or the second one, or even how you feel. Like, to me, I feel like going into it, like it'll never, even though the narrator rotates, to me it'll never not feel like Darrow's the main character.
Mm-hmm. No, I still feel Darrow still feels the main character, which is my hesitancy to this trilogy, knowing it was a time jump, Like, I was scared they were gonna do like the next generation kind of thing, but they don't. They still are very true to
that part of it. I wasn't expecting. It's just like the first trilogy ends,
yeah.
but there's still like so many ways that it could have played out from there that like I still have no idea like what to expect, other than being fairly certain that one of the aforementioned characters that we talked about is still angry to no end and harboring a lot of.
I think you'll be interested to read. Not that you're wrong. I just think it's very interesting. I had a very similar, like. I will say the story isn't as obvious.
That
like
whole